Hola muchachos, it's UFC Noche time, homes. And I couldn't be more stoked about it. We got Sean O'Malley versus Merab Dvalishili, and I'm gonna break it down for you. So without further ado, let's buzz it wide open, fuckers. First fight's gonna be Rosas Jr. versus Arichi Long. Pretty self-explanatory here. I think Rosas Jr., though he doesn't quite have the striking as Arichi Long's not really that dangerous. I think Rosas Jr. will survive some of the striking, be competitive in it, and as long as he watches his cardio and doesn't take the speed of Arichi Long for granted. Because one thing I do like about Arichi Long is he throws really slow and he throws really fast. He's got really good timing and he mixes it up well. Other than that, I see him getting submitted pretty early on here. I think the UFC knows that as well. That's why they made this fight. So Rosas Jr. all the way. And then we got Edgar Chavez versus Joshua Van. This one's tough, man, because I feel like Joshua Van is kind of better everywhere. But Edgar Chavez has got a lot of submissions on his record, man. If it gets to the ground, he's going to be bigger. He might be able to muscle Joshua Van and could submit Van here. He also is going to be competitive in the striking. He's aggressive. He comes forward and he hits pretty hard. I think that Joshua Van is a better striker. I do like Joshua Van, but at the end of the day, as of right now, I am going to go with Edgar Chavez. I'm just worried about that submission, actually. This is my first look. You guys know I can always change my opinion, always change my bets. I got till Thursday, and on Thursday, I will put the graphics up. Now, a lot of people wonder why I don't do a video for the official picks, because nobody's watching them. So when people start watching them, I'll start doing videos for those too. But, you know, the graphics get more videos, so I'll just keep doing that. I mean, more views. So it is what it is, y'all. But, yeah, so we've got Rosas Jr. and we've got Edgar Chavez, unfortunately, because I really like Van. But it's just how I feel. Then we got Yasmin Urenge versus Ketlin Souza. Ketlin Souza is a plus 350 underdog. I don't think the odds should be that wide, but I do believe in Yasmin Urenge. She's a great striker. Her wrestling's improving. I think she is going to put it on Ketlin Souza and probably get a late finish. I'm going to go with Yasmin Urenge. Next up, we got another close one. It's Manuel Torres versus Ignacio Bahamondes. I've struggled with this one a lot. I wouldn't be surprised if I pick flip, but I am going to stick with my original pick, which is Ignacio Bahamondes. I think he's fought the better competition. And I just think he's longer and he's more creative with his striking. I do think that Torres may end up being a little more well-rounded, maybe a threat on the ground, but I haven't really seen enough of that to make me think that he's a guy who beats Bahamondes yet. I've got to do a little more looking into it to be solid as far as putting him in a parlay. But I'm pretty confident. I think Ignacio Bahamondes can get this done. Just his range, his creativity out there. I think it'll give Manuel Torres some trouble, especially since he has not fought at the level that Bahamondes has so far. So yeah. Next up, we got Irene Aldana versus Norma Dumont. Really tough fight. Really tough fight. I jumped all over Norma Dumont really early on. A lot of it has to do with the fact that Irene Aldana is almost 37 years old. She's looked really good, but in all her losses, she's looked like complete trash. And I think Norma Dumont is a girl who's improving every time we see her. And she's a girl who has the size to compete with someone like Irene Aldana, where that size is not going to be a factor. And I think Dumont can do what Holly Holm did to Irene Aldana by crowd her, not let her get her striking off, and give us a boring fight. But we'll still get that beautiful booty. And that's all we really want to see when we watch Norma Dumont anyways. I want to see her hand raised, and I want to see her cheeks clapping. So, got to go with Big Norm, man. Norma Dumont. I think she can do what Holly Holm did, but better. So, it's close. I think she's a risky dog, but she is a dog, and she's worth a play for me. So, I am going to pick her. Then we got Ronaldo Rodriguez versus Ode Osborne. I'm not impressed with Ode Osborne. Never have been. He's an okay striker, but just not great anywhere else. And I think Ronaldo Rodriguez may not quite be on his level, but I think his well-roundedness in his game and the areas that he does shine in is enough to beat Ode Osborne. And I think the UFC knows this as well. That's why they made this matchup. So I'm going to go with Ronaldo Rodriguez. And then we've got Daniel Zellhuber versus Esteban Ribovics. I think this is a close fight. Now, when I did this video earlier, someone did comment and they said, man, you know, they kind of like, dude, you're sleeping on Esteban Ribovics. And I was. I totally mixed his record up with someone else, went back, took what the guy said into consideration, studied a little bit more, and I think it's way more close than I had originally said. I was just kind of blowing him off, and I think this is a neck-and-neck fight, dude. I think this is a neck-and-neck fight. I'm still going to pick Daniel Zellhuber because I like his range, and I just think that they're both so similar. I think Zellhuber will start off a little bit slow, and as he starts off slow, Esteban will start off quicker. But if this gets out of the first half, I think that Zellhuber can run away with this fight. So as of now, I'm going to take Zellhuber over Esteban Ribovics. But as my guy said in the comments, solid dog if you're looking for one. Outside of Norbert Dumont, he might even be a better one. So definitely a good dog. Not mad at you if you pick it. But as of right now, I'm going to stick with Zellhuber on this one. Then we got Brian Ortega versus Diego Lopes or Lopez or however he wants to say it today. It's Diego Lopes. Brian Ortega by subs, a decent prop. Always a decent prop if you got Brian Ortega in there. But Diego Lopes is that guy right now, man. I don't think Brian Ortega will be able to compete with his power, be able to compete with his striking. And I believe that though Brian Ortega may have the edge in grappling, it's not going to be that much. And I think a guy like Lopes can really take a fight to Brian Ortega. Brian Ortega does have kind of a way of slowing fights down. He ain't going to do that to Lopes. People have kind of crapped on Lopes because for some reason they thought the Ige fight was bad, dude. The Ige fight was solid, man. And he took it on short notice. And it's Dan Ige, dude. Dan Ige, hey, look at me. He's good, okay? He's really good, okay? So don't even if he lost to Ige, I'd still have the same opinion about him. Ige's a beast, man. A little guy, and he throws heaters, man. He's so good. And it's a short notice fight, you know. We haven't even seen the best of Lopes yet. I want y'all to understand that. We haven't even seen the best of this guy yet because he's already had a couple of short notice fights. So I believe Lopes gets a finish. Brian Ortega is hard to finish, so I don't know if I'd bet on it, but I would bet on Lopes 100%. That's my guy. Definitely confident in that. Then we got one I'm not as confident in. It's going to be Valentina Shevchenko versus Alexa Grasso. Whew. It's tough, man. I think Valentina Shevchenko is still better. I think she's still her. I think she's still that girl. I think she's got more weapons, and I feel like she should win this fight. She got overwhelmed in the first one and lost. In the second one, she made those adjustments and she came back, and I thought she won the fight. She rightfully won that fight, and it made it a draw. So you'd think now, as good as she is, as vet savvy as she is, and as smart as she is, that she's going to come back and take this win here. I am going to pick Alexa Grasso. I didn't think I was going to do that, but looking at it now, I feel like history is on Grasso's side. It's just not something we see a girl lose her title basically twice, if you think about it, and then somehow come back and get the win, especially with all this time gone by. I might flop on it, y'all, but as my first look, I still like Valentina as a dog, but I'm going to pick Grasso. I just think that they have a similar game, and Grasso's a little younger, a little more hungry, and I think all those little things are in her favor. So Grasso it is. And then we got Sean O'Malley versus Merab Dvalishili. Make it simple for you. I'm taking Sean O'Malley. I had Merab Dvalishili for months. I was in comment sections like, Merab's going to get him. As soon as he gets there, it's over for Sean. I was one of those guys. Nah. Sean's too quick. He's a sniper. He's too crafty. He's going to hurt Merab, man. Merab will win a lot of these rounds, but eventually he will get caught, and he'll be finished. And, by the way, that's it, y'all. But, by the way, I want to let you know, I will be in Mexico for these fights. It was cheaper to go to Mexico and watch them than it was to even go to the Sphere. So I'll be enjoying myself in Mexican style all the way for the Independence Day. And that's it. I'll have some parlays for y'all tomorrow and everything else. And so appreciate the love, appreciate the hate. Let me know who you have in the comments below. And until then, let's get paid.